So my topic for today is pavement issues and their remedies. There are many reasons for pavement to have issues or defects. It can be due to the change in weather, initial paving issues, low quality of materials used during paving, drainage glitches, heavy traffic, improper maintenance of pavements, and etc. In order to resolve these pavement issues, the reason behind these defects must first be identified, and then after identifying the reason, choosing the best method to fix it will be easier. There are 13 most common pavement defects or issues, namely alligator cracking, block cracking, longitudinal cracking, transverse cracking, edge cracks, joint reflection cracks, slippage cracks, pothole, depression, rotting, shoving, upheaval, and raveling. First is the alligator cracking. It is one of the major pavement issues. It can arise due to heavy traffic accompanied by structural failure. The major reason behind the problem can be weak surfaces, subgrade or base, very thin surface or base, poor drainage, or combination of all the three. Often, alligator cracks start as a longitudinal crack, and after severe distress, it takes the form of alligator cracking. The remedy for alligator cracking is to perform a full depth patch, wherein a full depth patching entails removing and replacing at least a portion of a slab to the bottom of the concrete in order to restore areas of deterioration. Next is block cracking. These are cracks that usually look like rough, interconnected rectangles. They emerge due to poor paving or the inability of asphalt to expand and contract according to changing temperature. The reasons behind the formation of block cracking can be because of a dry mixture, which is composed of fine aggregate mix with low penetration asphalt and absorptive aggregates, and poor asphalt binder in the mix design or aging dried out asphalt. Remedies for block cracking can be divided into two. Less severe cracks measuring 1/2 inch or less can be sealed to prevent moisture from entering into the subgrade. More severe cracks should be fixed by removing the cracked pavement layer and replacing it with an overlay. Next is the longitudinal cracking. These are cracks that are parallel to the pavement's center line or lay-down direction. This can be a result of both pavement fatigue, reflective cracking, and/or poor joint connection. Joints are generally the least dense area of a pavement. The remedy of a longitudinal cracking is divided also into two. Least severe cracks measuring 1/2 inch or less can be sealed to prevent moisture from entering into the subgrade, and more severe cracks should be fixed by removing the cracked pavement layer and replacing with an overlay. The same with block cracking. So next is transverse cracking. Transverse cracks are single cracks perpendicular to the pavement center line or lay-down direction. It can be caused by reflective cracks from underlying layer, daily temperature cycles, and poor constructions due to improper operation of the paver. The remedy for transverse cracking is the same as with the remedy with block cracking and longitudinal cracking. So next is edge cracks. These are pavement defects which is common on a narrow pavement. The most common cause for this type of crack is poor drainage conditions and lack of support of the pavement edge. As a result of underlying base materials settle and become weakened. Heavy vegetation along the pavement edge and heavy traffic can also be the instigator of edge cracking. Next is the joint reflection cracks. These are flexible pavement cracks which elope just over the underneath pavement joints. The joint reflection cracks do not include the reflection cracks which are found away from the underlying joint or base materials. For less severe joint reflection crack, go for patching or asphalt crack sealing. For extensive cracks, it's better to remove the pavement and get it repaved. And then there is slippage cracks. These are usually crescent or half-moon shape, having two ends pointed into two diverse directions. It can be caused due to lack of compaction between the different layers of pavement. The defect in the bonding of layers can be because of oil, dirt, contaminants, and etc. The remedy for slippage cracks is to remove completely the affected area and repatch partially or full depth accordingly to the intensity of the crack. Next is pothole. It is a small ball-shaped depressions in the pavement surface that penetrate all the way through the asphalt layer down to the base course. They generally have sharp edges and vertical sides near the top of the hole. Potholes are the result of moisture infiltration and usually the end result of untreated alligator cracking. The remedy for pothole is full depth replacement patch. Next is depressions. Depressions are localized pavement surface areas with slightly lower elevations than the surrounding pavement. Depressions are very noticeable after a rain when they fill with water. The remedy for depressions depends on the severity of the depression. The asphalt may be removed and replaced if it is severe, while in the case where it is less severe, it can be fixed by applying a thin surface patch or an infrared patch. Next is rotting. These are usually depressions in the wheel path. The edge of the rock surface may uplift depending on the layers affected. The reasons of rotting are improper asphalt compaction, inadequate viscosity of pavement, weak asphalt mixture, or infiltration of moisture. The visibility of rotted surface increases after the rain when they are filled with water. The remedy for rotting is also divided into two, depending on its severity. If rotting is minor or if it is stabilized, the depressions can be filled and overlaid. If the deformations are severe, the rotted area should be removed and replaced with suitable material. Next is shoving. These are an uplifted waving or ripples across the asphalt paving. Shoving is perpendicular to the traffic direction and is usually present at the intersection. These are caused by the problem in the HMA or hot mix asphalt, wherein excessive moisture in the subgrade level and the material used in the concrete mixes. The remedy for shoving also depends on its severity. For minor shoving pavement defects, partial patching should be done. For extensive shoving issues, it's better to take the full depth patching service. Next is upheaval. Upheaval is a localized upward movement in the pavement due to swelling of the subgrade. This can be due to expansive soils that swell due to moisture or frost heave. The remedy for upheaval is a full depth patch. Lastly is raveling. Raveling is the ongoing separation of aggregate particles in a pavement from the surface downward or from the edges inward. Usually, the fine aggregate breaks away first and then leaves little pock marks on the pavement surface. As the erosion continues, larger and larger particles are broken free, and the pavement soon has the rough and jagged appearance typical of a surface erosion. There are many reasons why raveling can occur, but one common cause is placing asphalt too late in the season. This is because the mixture usually lacks warm weather traffic which reduces pavement surface void, further densification, and kneading of the asphalt mat. For this reason, raveling is more common in the more northern regions or snowbelt. The remedy for raveling is to remove the raveled surface. Get the asphalt patching done for minor raveling. For major raveling issue, it's better to apply hot mix asphalt overlay after removable damaged pavement. That's all.